trades as far as both teams having some pretty good priority on the Xayah Rakan.
Well, TSM's happy to run back that Tristana. Insanity wanting to pilot that one again in the mid lane. We've already talked about how much he enjoys playing these marksman mid. Rakan locked in, Xayah left up, and they lock in the Sejuani for Sheiden. I think EG has realized now, we've played 4 games, 2 of them with Poppy, and 2 of them with Sejuani, and we only win the Sejuani ones.
Yes, I like the trend emerging here. Good analysis. Poppy now working out so well for Sheiden. And so, yeah, they take away the Sedge. Bugi had some really good engages last time around, so it's a good denial too. But TSM gonna deny of their own. Okay. They split up the Xayah Rakan combo. Xayah has been played with a lot of different supports nowadays. It doesn't have to go with just the Rakan. The Rel, which was banned out, has always been good. But any of these engages that you can keep people down for the Blade Callers, Maokai works as a jungle or technically a support too. Has been flexed into support here, but since you're in the 1-2-3, when you early pick a Maokai, that is one of those god tier ultimates along with like Alistar that Jojo will just always throw down this Sylas into. Really, really good ults for him to steal. Plus, it being one of those top 3 champions for him over the course of his career. That along with the Ahri and the LeBlanc as the mainstays. I mean, as soon as I see the Maokai locked in, I'm thinking it's a Sylas angle, because we've seen multiple players take it into the Tristana matchup. You're talking about how good the ulti is to steal. It's very effective with Sejuani, because it's a melee mid who's able to stack up that passive. There's so many reasons to pick it here. I love seeing that one get locked in for EG and for Jojo there in the mid lane. As now, where are the bans going to go here in the second half? It's Jax, banned out by TSM. EG getting rid of Renata. We know how Renata and Maokai work together, stacking their ults. You have to clump up for Maokai's, and then Renata just runs you over with hers. Sett banned out too. Some respect put on Chime's support. Hey, it was good, yeah. I'm sure there were a lot of doubters out there for the Sett last time around, but Chime looked quite good on it. And it is a champion too that even if it came from support role, still makes it hard for melee heavy teams. And that was one thing I mentioned early on in Evil Genius's drafts. Oftentimes they are very melee heavy, both because Jojo and Revenge really prefer those melee solo laners, and see what EG rounded out with here as far as the bottom lane goes. There were some recent buffs to Kalista that make it a little bit more enticing, but not gonna go that quite just yet here. Still, the old reliable, the Aphelios, once again. They're not only locking in the Aphelios, they're leaving the last pick as counter pick for Revenge in the top lane. Not surprised to see that one. They did focus the Renekton and the Rumble of Hauntzer. They wanted to get those off the table. So I'm curious what TSM's gonna go with here for that top lane, because, ooh, the Braum locked in for the support role there. That is some very, very good counter engage. That makes life hard for melee heavy teams. Braum, definitely difficult for Sylas to play into. There's a lot of peel here for TSM for their double AD carries. The Maokai, Braum, and Ornn is a massive, massive front line with so much CC, and the brittle procs increasing that as well. One of the concerns, though, is when you look at the threats on the side of TSM, it is double AD carry, which means it's purely physical damage. Oh, the buffed Aatrox slams down the buffed Aatrox into the Ornn. I've been waiting for this all series long. I said it in the game number 1, because I was hoping we'd get to see it, but Aatrox is Revenge's most played champion over the course of his professional career, and it just got those AD scaling buffs. So I want to see if he's going to build the full offense Aatrox that has been terrorizing solo queue on the patch. Duskblade even for the full DPS. Since he's playing such a beefy frontline, probably don't want to go too squishy here for yourselves, and you want to be the kind of god, heal, leeching, drain tanking Aatrox, because there's so many melee champs, but it is actually quite juicy to play him into. And so both teams pretty... Let's do it! This last game decides which one of these two teams gets to move on in the upper bracket. TSM and EG going the distance to kick off the playoffs here in summer. Man, I was hoping they were going to walk further and we were going to get some level 1 madness. Yeah. I like how the crowd got a little nervous too, quieting down. Ooh, are they going to go in? No face check. I do like this positioning, though, because oftentimes when you have a Rakan, you'll have a Rakan go over this wall and W, and you'll try and make some like level 1 play while the rest of the team comes around from the other angle. But they're not going to take the chances here. EG don't want to risk it in the game 5.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. This is always one of the funnest parts about going to best of 5 play from best of 1s, is you get to ramp up the tension from each game from the previous one. Game number 5, everything else that got you here, man, that don't matter. It's all this one.
Exactly. We've been playing all day long just for the result of this game.
Yep.
Right here.
All those wins you got earlier, you lose this one, they don't matter. Going to the gulag anyway.
Exactly. All right, so the ward over the back of the blue buff. At least we'll see blue quadrant here for Bugi, assuming he just does blue quadrant clear, but could do the other side if he wants. Meanwhile, it is going to be the bottom side start for Sheiden, so he'll be looking up towards top side potentially. As the Aatrox here for revenge. We didn't have too long where Aatrox was pushed out of the meta for the buffs. Bring him right back in.
Eyla and Unforgiven with the Aphelios Rakan combo. Rakan's been really important throughout this whole series. Aphelios making his first appearance in the series in this game. Turtle on the Xayah. I like when Turtle can play a champion like this that gives him the opportunity to play aggro and then press the get out of jail free button if he goes a little bit too far forward. We know that Turtle likes to get in his opponent's faces, and the last game, the flash Varus Qs with the piercing arrows, he had his aim dialed in, so maybe we'll get to see something stylish here in this one too.
Turtle's been really consistent for TSM ever since he came back, I feel like, too. Putting in a lot of work, carrying some of the team fights, keeping them in a lot of these games. I do like the Braum pick a lot. As a support, Braum provides so much safety for your team fights, as we get a front and center seat here.
Oh, yeah.
To Jojo taking a bunch of damage here. Sylas always trading health early on with Tristana to be able to get minion waves here. So Tristana just basically beats on you as Sylas.
Yeah.
And you're trying to sustain through the early stages. It is definitely not fun early on, but later on, when you get your jungle involved and post level 6, when Sylas gets some really good ultimates to steal, you can be a big playmaker for the team. Sejuani Sylas is a very powerful mid-jungle duo.
Yes, sir.
As is Aatrox Sejuani. And currently, it's a fully finished clear for the Sejuani up towards top side. Should just be top Scuttle Crab picked up.
Yep.
As Jojo finally has to use his teleport, soaking up enough damage so far.
Sheiden's got the one camp advantage over Bugi. He did stop for his Krugs, whereas Bugi skipped him. So Crabs are going to get split 1-1. Bugi taking the one on the bottom. Sheiden up top side, as you already mentioned. Revenge has the wave pushing up, so Sheiden can't easily make a gank there onto Hauntzer, who still has plenty of health and mana. So even once he's forced under turret, I don't see any kind of a dive happening unless something goes really wrong. Eyla with a nice knock-up on Chime there. Unforgiven can follow it up with a very small amount of damage. But oh, Hauntzer went toward the brush. Now he's got to be careful. Nice buffer there with a Bellows Breath to escape some of the CC. Flashes away from the Q2 to stay safe.
Ooh, that pressure will mount on the top side. Revenge is going to have a very, very good time once again in the isolated matchup. I think it's going to make it difficult now for TSM because Maokai can't really turn that matchup at all the other way. So Hauntzer is in for a bit of pain. Maokai seen on this ward on bottom side. And, you know, the Ornn into Aatrox matchup already not easy, but now no flash on the Ornn either is going to be kind of a punching bag here.
Yeah.
Considering if you bring a tank jungler along with a tank top laner to attack an Aatrox, then you're kind of both just sweet spot Qs waiting to happen. Revenge has a big wave, but no jungle support though, as Sejuani has reset down to the bottom side off of the earlier play.
Hauntzer doing a good job sidestepping the Q2 there. That's the one that has the biggest hitbox, so it's most easy for your opponent to hit it when you're trying to play against the Aatrox. Usually when you're up underneath the turret, the Q3 is the one that he has the hardest time using because of the short range. So Revenge just wants to try to get this shoved up, try to keep the pressure on the Ornn. He does have a nice CS lead here, but Hauntzer will make up some of that by farming this wave, as Chime is doing his best to hold these minions here. We'll be able to farm that one up, and Turtle doesn't end up missing out on anything.
All right, teleport back to mid lane as well now finally for Insanity.
This is the slowest early game we've had so far today. It's 5 minutes in and we have no kills.
They're lulling you into a false sense of...
yeah, bait me in.
No,
I hope so.
No,
I want PvP.
Yeah, honestly, though, for the game 5s, you talk about the pressure mounting. Both these teams have been a bit free with some of the plays that they have called, too, with how amped up they've gotten off of some of the kills and off of a lot of the action. It does seem natural that game number 5 will calm down a bit, but some pings on the mid lane. Jojo will be the target.
Bugi and Chime both coming up here. Jojo's backing away, though. He's playing respectfully enough, recognizing, hey, there's no Braum in the bottom lane. We don't know where Bugi is. I don't want to walk into something stupid. So TSM will now rotate all 3 of those same players down here to the Scuttle Crab. It just now spawns, and Bugi could be able to secure that one easy peasy with Chime right next to him, helping him out. Unless, okay, I was always a little concerned when they disrespect, don't smite, but now Sheiden and Jojo are going in. Jojo stealing away the Glacial Fissure, but it's not going to do enough just yet. Eyla wants to find his opportunity for the grand entrance, but he doesn't get a lot with it there, so Evil Geniuses try to make the move. They end up getting the flash of the enemy support, but that's it.
Yeah, they trade a couple of ultimates here and 1 flash advantage, plus they're going to be able to start up this dragon. White-green gun's pretty good here for Unforgiven.
Yeah. Turtle and Chime are coming up, but they're about to get engaged on. I don't know what they're doing here alone like this. EG's taking the chance, jumping in. Chime is low. First blood back over to EG, and it's the Unforgiven getting the money. Jojo's down to 200. He's going to try to get away. TSM did not have the men. It was 2 walking up to 4, and Eyla just pounces on him.
Yep, they know. There's no flash there on Chime. They rush forward. Looks like it's just going to stop at that first kill, though. Insanity gets back up the mid lane, not in time for the cannon minion, but we'll be able to push it out. Eyla here, like you say, he goes right for that support. No flash on Chime. Even with the Unbreakable, Jojo goes all in. He gets exhausted. He doesn't care. Bugi tries to get a return kill, and they almost get enough damage onto Jojo to open up something for Insanity to do there, but Insanity was pretty far off of the roam, so he doesn't get to participate in that kill. He does get to participate in a turret plate mid, though, as he pushed that wave in during the reset for Jojo. So some gold gained back there for TSM, but not nearly the advantage that Evil Geniuses got out of that play.
Yeah, EG's up 1,000 gold almost just from 1 kill and the advantages they have in farm. You can see the Aatrox leading the way up there in the top side as Evil Geniuses bringing some players over to the Rift Herald, ready to fight for this one on spawn here too. Both supports level 5, both junglers level 6. Jojo's got the ulti ready to fire off again. Unforgiven level 6 here as well. WildTurtle is still making his way up to the fight, so TSM need to make sure that they've got all their guys here. Hauntzer's at half HP. Another potential concern as Bugi and Chime want to go in. Jojo's the target. They immediately jump on him and then burst him down to the Kingslayer. Hauntzer's coming in with a massive ulti over the top, and he gets the kill back on Eyla. The Ophelio Assault finds a lot of damage, but no kills just yet. Revenge taking up in the front line. The feathers fly, but Turtle's still alive. Unforgiven chases him down, and now EG's going to grab another. Hauntzer dives to a stab in the back.
Holy! Unforgiven and Revenge put in so much work in that team fight, even with TSM 100% to zeroing Jojo at the outset. Look at these pings. So TSM ping on Jojo right now. Insanity's looking for him over the wall, and even though Jojo's sweepers, he knows that Tristan is there, they still go for it. TSM, 4 members. They all burst down Jojo. WildTurtle over the wall. The jump in on Tristana as well. And Jojo's already down, but they get the counter here. Eyla also follows it up, and it's a 3v5, but Revenge flashes forward into the backline. Unforgiven's ultimate there with the Infernum did so much damage that even though they didn't kill Bugi, they didn't kill Insanity either. They forced them out of the team fight and allowed the 3 surviving members of Evil Geniuses to still push forward and get the team fight victory in the form of a Rift Herald taken up afterwards. Unforgiven is the richest person in the game, and Jojo's fighting Insanity.
Exactly. That gold graph tells a very important detail here. The money is going to the Aphelios. The hyper-scaling AD carry is off to the races. Evil Geniuses is up 2,000 gold at 10 minutes, and so much of it is right there on that carry.
Yeah, Aphelios did so much work in that fight. Being able to have the Infernum gun ready, big AoE contribution.
And Aphelios always has that extra layer of preparation before a big team fight that other AD carries don't, where you need to make sure, okay, if I got the wrong gun, give me a Wolf or a Krug or something. Let me go ammo dump a little bit and just try to swap these off. Having the proper guns for the situation can make it so much more playable, even if it would otherwise be close. Unforgiven doing good here so far, 100% kill participation. As the wave crashes into the bottom lane, Revenge will be the one dealing with that, as Jojo has been rotated top to deal with Hauntzer's Ornn. It's control over the bottom side river still for Evil Geniuses. There is a ward here from TSM to at least see what they're up to. Revenge steps forward, but he might be a little bit too far, so he pops the world ender, but he's gonna get stunned up now. The blade,
the kill!
Work! It's a kill back! Revenge is ready to win this game 5. He cuts Turtle down. Q2, Q3, easy money for Revenge, and Evil Geniuses outplay it.
Oh, hell no! Aatrox is back, baby! Aatrox is back. 3 people jump on him, and he kills your AD carry. Oh, no shot. Evil Geniuses get so much off that 2 flowers. It is Rift Herald charge, it is Dragon, and it is Revenge pumped up once again. You've got to be happy after that one. That was massive. The Q3 finishes it. Huge healing off the kill, huge healing off that one, and his Gore Drinker is completed now. So you thought he could sustain through multiple people jumping on him before. Now he's also got Gore Drinker on top of the Conqueror, on top of the Q sweet spot healing.
This is the problem with drain tanks. When you haven't been fighting them for a while, you might not remember, hey, we can't just burst him low and then finish him off. You gotta burst him 100 to 0, or he's gonna regenerate a lot of it. Revenge surviving through the attempt from TSM, and he's in such a good spot now, man. Watch it again.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. Everybody on Revenge, they hit him with the ultimate, they got him with the Sejuani passive stun too. Turtle gets the Blade Caller, but Revenge gets the Q3.
Whoa! And then the follow-up. Once his boys come to back him up, all of a sudden, TSM wants nothing to do with this bottom lane.
And if this spectator is to be believed, there's only a few more seconds left on Turtle's ult. You can't be getting that close to an Aatrox, my friend.
Yeah.
Even if you have 2 teammates on him, so much peeling there too. They had him locked up, Maokai and this Braum, but
Maokai and Braum don't do no damage, though.
yeah, exactly. Those are actually just more sources of healing for the Aatrox.
Especially now that he's got that Gore Drinker. They got to be so careful about this. Insanity versus Jojo back in the mid lane. It's Jojo with even minions to farm for both players here, and he's up a couple of waves. So the Sylas has survived that early laning phase against the Tristana like you were talking about. That's the rough phase. Now that he's gotten to the point where he can steal the ultis away, he's got the Everfrost for more effective trading and lockdown. He's feeling fine.
Oh, he's feeling good. He's got a jungler, too. Jungler in
most
Raptor camp. Exactly. The most important item, the whistle to call your jungler. Sheiden, though, will get scouted out now by Bugi as he sees the attempted support jungle play here. Actually, they only saw Eyla. They didn't see Sheiden.
Nice buffer from Insanity there, using the rocket jump to get away, even though he got hit by the Glacial Prison. Jojo wants to get that plate money. He'll stick around long enough for the minions to complete it. TSM still just trying to scramble to defend everything. Plates are going to fall in 10 seconds, and EG's up 3.7 thousand gold. Massive early game lead here for them.
And massive carry top potential again for them.
Oh, yeah.
Revenge earlier in this series, if you were not around for the earlier games, got the highest kills of any individual player all split long.
18
on his Jax game. 18 kills for a top laner to boot, plus a pentakill.
And you can see he's going for the last Whisper second. He knows that he's going to be dealing with Hauntzer in this side lane for pretty much the entire game. He also knows that all Ornn is going to do is stack armor, so he's immediately just rushing for some of that extra pen.
I love this on Aatrox right now, too. Is positioned as a carry as Jojo steals the Ornn ult.
Forcing the flash out from Hauntzer there. I think if he hits that second knock-up and can find the follow-up damage, Hauntzer could have died, so I like the flash to get away from it. Insanity sidestepping away from the Infernal Chains as Revenge, World Ender plus Flash, gets him out of the way of the roots, but now it's 4 TSM players coming in trying to stop him. Hauntzer can't complete the TP. He tries to use Bellows Breath to get away, but EG has enough damage to bring him down. Revenge gets back out over the wall, but Turtle's ready to flash follow. Revenge wants to turn it around yet again. Q2 for the heal.
Come on!
dashes away. They just can't kill him.
Oh my God. You can't even say the captain, never mind. We're not going to even try and catch Revenge again. You weren't even close, let's be honest. Flashes over the wall, dashes over multiple walls here, over the red buff, over the Raptor pit. They sent everybody at him, Flowers, and they had multiple flashes. That was an AD carry flash. That was multiple frontliners flashing to try and catch him, and he's teleporting down for another fight.
That could have been in a Trick 2G video back 10 years ago, man. That was Aatrox's wild ride. Insanity gets away from him in the bottom lane, but Revenge is cruising this game. Take another look at how
we're gonna watch this again.
Caught him.
We saw this the first time, okay? Oh my goodness. He flashes, and like you said, with the World Ender, he's able to get away from the 3-person, but then Turtle's lying away. Surely they'll have him, right? Surely, Flowers. Chime flashes. Turtle's gonna flash up here following him too. Boogie's, did Bugi flash too? Yep, Bugi flashed also. So that was Chime, Bugi, and Turtle all flashing, and the ultimate, and the exhaust. And I don't care. Thanks for the tower.
Yeah, he just kept dashing again and again and again, knowing which walls to go through too, never making any of those oopsie dashes that just run you into the terrain.
Yeah.
EG plus 7,000 gold, 16 minutes in. This game is looking so one-sided.
That's one of the ones where you didn't kill anybody, but you just demoralized their whole team. Jojo might kill someone.
Jojo in the middle of everybody uses Buster Shot to knock Insanity away and then jumps right back in on him when he tries to re-enter with the rocket jump. Boogie's gonna go next. He's stuck in the middle of everyone. Turtle doesn't have the damage to punish EG as they continue pushing forward. Double kill back over to Revenge's Aatrox. Yeah, Hauntzer got a turret on the other side of the map, but EG ain't done yet. Sheiden's coming in on the Sejuani. He's gonna be the one who wants to tank the turret. Throws out the ulti, whiffs it. Don't matter. Chime's gonna be the last one to die up here, and everybody not named Hauntzer now has a tombstone. Double kill over to Jojo. EG's bulldozing him.
Oh my goodness. We actually get to witness some top carry games today, Flowers. Evil Geniuses are steamrolling this one. Over 9,000 at 17.5 minutes. And another dragon picked up here. And it just begs the question, what happened in 1647?
Man, what happened with NA tops? We were talking about NA mids earlier today. NA tops showing up in this one. We had Rumble games. We had Aatrox games. We had Jax games. We jump back to live only to see Jojo smacking Insanity around again. This game is practically lost before 20 minutes for TSM.
Yeah, I love this Herald is always on Aatrox too, because your Q3, you can really catch people. You know, being able to hit them with the slows, guarantee the chains. Jojo now, let's see how he handles the side lanes. Looks like they don't want to risk it.
Yeah, the Aatrox, I mean, if you're Ornn right now, you are not having a good time. You're pressing tab and you're just like, man, I wish I didn't press that button.
We're kind of joking earlier, but not really, talking about all these melees on TSM's side just being sources of health for Aatrox, because those are just easier ways for Revenge to leech back up.
Yeah.
The Ornn, the Maokai, the Braum, not very fun.
They're summoning up that Herald here in the top lane. The tier 2's under pressure. Unforgiven and Eyla coming to join Revenge and Sheiden. Hauntzer leads the charge, but he only finds Sejuani. That's not the right target. EG's gonna punish him for it. And again, they make them learn the hard way. Jojo versus Insanity down in the bottom lane at the same time. The Herald's gonna charge into the tier 3 back at top. Jojo misses the abscond abduct. Insanity's putting bullets in his back, but he won't be able to kill him. However, it's not the point. The inhibitor's gonna drop. The Herald charge will get it done. The Shelly is still alive. Are they gonna get this thing all the way to the damn Nexus turret? Turtle wants to stop it, but he can't. The Nexus turret dies, and Revenge is exhausted, but he just walks it right back off. Eyla with a grand entrance into a battle dance just to escape back to his team. Inhib 19.5 minutes. Nexus turret at 19.5 minutes. Evil Geniuses at a 12,000 gold lead.
And Revenge having the series of his life here. With the Jax game followed up by this Aatrox game, they have full control of the entire map. Even though Jojo wasn't able to get the 1v1 on Insanity down on bottom side, some good little sidestep from there from Insanity.
Yep.
Being able to dodge out on it, it still doesn't matter. EG control the entire map. Baron is now going to arrive. They've been waiting for this.
Yeah, they don't have to wait much longer, man. And I don't think there's any reason to wait on starting it up either. TSM is going to have to try to answer this. EG knows it, and they're ready to punish.
They might just try and get objective bounty somewhere else, too.
Okay.
Like, side tower here is pretty low. Maybe they could get themselves some gold and then just try and defend inside base. Because if you walk out into EG vision towards Baron, it's honestly a death trap here. So, yeah, they make the call. They're going to send everybody bottom.
Yeah. Well, Jojo's down there to stop him. He's going to try to prevent this turret from going. Fires off the stolen Ornn ulti back into Hauntzer. A teleport's coming in from Revenge. TSM's going to have at least 4 guys to win this 4v2. Revenge leading the way. Q3 onto Bugi. Throws down the Infernal Chains. Flash coming back out from the TSM jungler. Revenge trying to get himself away from the second part of the Ornn Horn. Q3's going to find all the targets. 4v2, and they're losing the fight. TSM has no damage, no chance, no hope left in this game. EG just massacred them, and they're going to take the series.
Well, well, well. Unforgiven gets to finish the game all alone at the Nexus. Pose for the selfie here.
Man, oh man, evil geniuses in what I'm pretty sure is the fastest game of the whole series. 17-2 takes down TSM in game 5.
Aatrox is back, baby. New patch, new me.
Aatrox with a capital A, both of them. The dude was running the show.
Man, that clip of the escape